Okay, look, I'm gonna be recording a video that I just recorded, but I have to re-record now because my audio got messed up. It started sounding really staticky and whatnot, and it sounded like irrapular. You know what I'm saying? It sounded really bad. Anyways, the story is about a dream that I had a couple weeks ago. So basically, I spent 4 days in a singular dream. And when I woke up from this dream, I was discombobulated, bamboozled. I was perplexed. Everything in between. Like, I had no idea where I was because I was so immersed in this dream that when I woke up, reality didn't even feel like reality. I was so stuck in this dream world that I wanted to go back just for the sake of going back to where I came from. But, anyways, I'm going to tell you about the dream. So basically, a bunch of people from all different parts of the world, all different parts of the country, or whatever. We are all put into this game, this shithole of a game. I don't know why they call it a game. It really wasn't as fun as a game would normally be. But we call it a game because there were game masters, right? And these game masters controlled the game. They controlled the surroundings of the game, like the area, like the house, the surroundings of the house, everything about the game, what goes in the game, comes out of the game. Basically they run everything, right? They can watch, they can surveillance, like everything, basically. So we're in this house on the first day, right? We're getting to know everybody that's in the game with us. And so it's just me and a bunch of other people that I have no idea like who they are. Never met them in my entire life or anything like that. So we get to know each other. The first night rolls around and the game masters were like, let's do a little bit of trolling. You know what I'm saying? They start doing a bit of trolling. They start putting monsters in. So now there's monsters scattered all around the house. And they find a way to get into the house and they start killing a whole bunch of people, right? Like a bunch of people that I don't know. They're like background characters, NPCs, whatever you want to call them. I don't care who they are, man. They all got killed. And so I was like, damn, I don't care. Next person. And so, I didn't care about them getting killed. I just cared about me because I'm the main character of this story. You know what I'm saying? If I die, the story's over. So that night, all these monsters are coming in, killing people, and other people are turning into monsters. So we learned that, like, there's an infection that the monsters can give to humans that would turn them into monsters, right? And then the people that would turn into monsters would then try to kill the rest of the humans. So we're like, yo, that can't be. That can't be for real. So then we noticed that this one Korean guy who's sleeping in one of the bedrooms in the house started to get like these physical augmentations on his face and on his body because he was turning into a monster. He somehow got infected, so now he's turning into a monster. And we were like, yo, someone's got to go in there and kill him before he kills anybody else. And they nominated me to go in there and kill that person. So I was like, shit, bro, I don't even know how to kill a person. Like I've never done anything in my life. Like I swear I'm a good Samaritan. You know what I'm saying? I'm a pacifist for real. Never done anything in my life. Like seriously, chill. But they forced me to go in there and kill the dude. I was like, I have no idea what to kill him with. I have no weapons. And so they were like, here, they handed me a sledgehammer. So I took the sledgehammer and they were like, all right, go in there and kill the dude. So I walk in the room with the sledgehammer in my hand. I'm like creeping up to him and I started slamming his face in with the sledgehammer, like just like smacking his face all the way in as hard as I could, like as powerful as I could get. And his face was messed up. I'm telling you that right now. But he was somehow still alive. I'm assuming because he was a monster, like they don't die the same way that humans do. And so he gets up, just like he starts screaming, yelling, roaring, doing all this stuff. And then the people outside that were watching me like try to kill this dude, they like rushed in and one of the dudes had a knife and he starts stabbing the Korean dude in the eye to like blind him, right? So the Korean dude couldn't see anymore, but he's still yelling, screaming. I remember his teeth was all like messed up, everything like that. But the next morning we took him outside and for some reason the game masters decided that we were gonna make it snow day for everybody. Yay. Happy holidays and things of that nature, right? And so it was snowing outside, really cold, but the Korean dude who is now a monster was like all tied up and everything. We were about to execute him. It was like a public execution or something. You know what I'm saying? So we were outside and he starts ripping all of his clothes off, going full autismo. You know what I'm saying? So he's running around and then one of the dudes grabs a crossbow, goes like, chick, chick, pew, shoots him in the back. Korean dude is dead. But now there's distrust in the rest of the survivors. You know what I'm saying? We were like, yo, if everybody's turning into a monster, like how can we trust you guys? So then we were like, all right, if y'all don't want to like trust us, then y'all can just leave. And so there was this white dude and his, I guess, girlfriend. I guess there was like a white couple, and they were like, all right, we'll just go then. And we were like, oh, I didn't actually think that you would actually go. But they took our weapons and they left. And we were like, yo, why did they take all of our weapons? Like now we have nothing to defend ourselves with. From what I remember, it was just three of us in this house, right? So me, this brown haired girl, and then a black guy. And so the game masters decided, let's do a little bit more trolling. They changed the house into a wood cabin. So now it's like we don't know this house anymore and we gotta like figure out this house. I remember night rolls around. I was like, yo, we should go upstairs again, like last time. And then they were like, no, 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 no. Let's not do that. Let's stay down here because upstairs the monsters can get in through the windows and we're all dead. So I was like, oh shit, good idea, good idea. So we stay downstairs, like in the kitchen area. And I remember the monsters start breaking in, you know? They start breaking in regardless. It didn't really matter. I remember that night there was this one monster that was like blind, but he could hear really well. And so I remember I was about to scream. I was about to be like, "Ugh," but then the girl like she like silenced me by giving me a nice smooch. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was heavenly. I'll tell you right now, it felt heavenly. But anyways, she stopped me from screaming. But meanwhile, the dude, the black dude, was getting killed himself. So he was like getting dragged away by one of the monsters. Meanwhile, the girl was like you know, giving me some action so that I would keep quiet. And that was tough. Next day, we woke up. It was just me and the girl now. It was like, yo, chill. Like, this is crazy. Like, the black dude was like our strongest guy. He was like a buff black dude, too. So we were like, yo, this is gonna be rough now. Like, we have no defense. It's just me and you. Like, this girl was like around my age. So it's not like we could like fight off all the monsters by ourselves. But then she was like, it's fine. Like, we'll get through this. You know what I'm saying? And I really believed her. I really did. And so that day, the game masters decided to do even more trolling, bro. They were like, let's do a little bit more trolling. And so they changed the whole surrounding of the area, right? So now it's still snowing, but there's a whole bunch of people outside, you know? It looked like a lively village center, you know what I'm saying? There's like orchestral quartet, you know, with the cello, violin, viola, bass. They were just playing music, you know, jazz and whatnot. And I was like, damn, this is tough, bro. They were going crazy with the jazzical jams and like people walking around, you know, enjoying their day in the snow. And I was like, yo, we should go out because there's a store like over yonder. And I was like telling the girl, I don't remember her name at all, but I was like, yo, girl, we should like go over yonder to the store, buy some supplies, come back as fast as we can. And then now we have more supplies to try to survive. So she was like, oh yeah, good idea. Let's go. So we went together. We went outside. I remember all these people outside, you know, the quartet. Go into the store. I offered to pay for the goods that we were going to buy. And she was like, no, 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 I'll pay. And I was like, no, 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 I'll pay. And then she was like, okay, but I'll pay for the next one. I was like, all right, bet. You know what I'm saying? So then we get all the goods. I remember like at that point, somehow the time was ticking so fast. It was already about to be nighttime. Like the sun was already setting. We could hear the monsters out in the distance. So we were like, yo, we got to hurry back and go home before like we die out in the wild. As we're running back to the cabin, I start to notice that all the people that were outside are gone. Everything is empty. There's nobody there. But the orchestral quartet, they're still chilling there playing music. Except the creepiest thing about it was that there was no music playing. So they were just sitting there as if nothing was going on, just playing their music, but there was no sound. It was so silent that it you could feel it in your ears how silent it was. Like I could feel the silence in my ears. It was a crazy experience. But anyways, she like grabs my arm. We're like running back, you know. She's like this, grabbing my arm, and I'm like, like a cartoon character being dragged around. And then we run back into the cabin, shut the door behind us, and we're like, okay, cool. Now we have all these materials. So then that night, I remember somehow we were in one of these rooms, and then we were hiding behind a bed, and there was this monster outside in the hallway, and the door was open, and she was like walking past. This is like monster girl walking past. It's like long black hair, white shirt, white long dress shirt thing, and then she had like glowing blue eyes that I could see through the hair, and she like turns towards us like this, turns back and keeps walking. I was like, yo, that was scary and whatnot. Like that was scary. That was scary. So then the next morning, it was like just me and the girl again. We wanted to make it out of the game so badly. Like we wanted to survive. We didn't know how long we had to survive for, but we wanted to survive so badly that she offered me a date. She was like, hey, if we make it out alive, like, let's go on a date. I was like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? I'll take that any day of the week. I tried to act super nonchalant about it, by the way. I was like, oh, all right, cool. That's like chill and whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like chill and whatever. Yeah, that's tough. Like, date, that's whatever. I guess I got time for a date after this. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, in my mind, I'm like, and so then we try to get prepared for the next upcoming night, right? The night is about to come again, and then the monsters are going to come back, and then we're going to be screwed. But we try to prepare for it this time. So then we get all the food together that we bought the previous day, everything like that. But then these dudes come up to our window, and then we're like, "Yo, who are they?" I don't know who they are. She's like, I don't know who they are. They're the game masters, bruh. It was like one of the game masters and then like a whole bunch of goons that he had, like his fucking henchmen or whatever. And so they come up to our window and the game master starts talking to us. He kind of looked like The Weeknd. I'm not gonna lie. You know, like the artist The Weeknd? He kind of looked like him. He starts talking to us through the window. He's like, yo, you guys been living too long, surviving a little too long, you know, much longer than we expected when we put you into the game. And we were like, okay, well, I guess we're good at the game then, huh? How about that? And then I guess he took offense to that because then he broke our window. Like, just smashed the window in and then left. All of it, him and his goons just disappeared. They just left. And so me and the girl were like, bro, are you kidding me right now? This dude's salty, bro. This dude's salty. We too good at his game. Like, really had to like sabotage us for no reason. So then now we just had this big open window that monsters could just come through easily. And so before night was coming, we were like, okay, we got to scramble things together and we got to patch this window up as fast as we can. And so we're like scrambling to get like cardboard boxes, wood, pallets, like blankets, just to cover up the window as much as we could. And we didn't have much time, but it was already nighttime. And so then the monsters start coming in through other ways. Like they start breaking in through everything. And we're like, we're about to die, bro. And I just remember like being with her. And then all of a sudden, I wake up in the real world. I wake up in my bed. I'm like, huh? Yo, where the monsters at? Seriously. Like, I was trying to square up with the monsters and shit. And like, they're not even here. So I woke up and I was mad confused because I was so immersed in that world. I was literally expecting monsters to come out. I think I slept at like 1 a.m. and I woke up at 3 a.m. So it was only like a 2 hour sleep, right? And so I woke up and I was too scared to go downstairs because I literally thought that there would be monsters down there. Because listen, okay, chill. It's because I was in that dream for 4 days, literally 4 days in that dream. And so it felt like a long, long, long time where like I got used to, you know, being in that dream around monsters and stuff. So when it translated to the real world, I was actually scared of monsters in the real world. And low key, I actually didn't miss that girl. I guess I died in the dream. I don't know what happened, but I woke up in real life. So I'm just assuming that I got killed by a monster or something. But yeah, I low key missed that girl. I don't know who she is or anything like that. Hey, if some other random girl had the exact same dream as me and you're watching this video, let's link up for real. But anyways, that's the story of the craziest dream I've ever had in my entire life. I hope you enjoyed. I know it's been a long time since I last made a video. It's not that I didn't have time. I actually had a lot of time. I just been really lazy to make videos. But look, I'm gonna try to be back on it and we'll see what happens. Also, Happy New Year, by the way, to everyone who likes years. But yeah, that's it.